that got the bangers, baby.
2015, I said I was gonna stay low and bill. And 2016, I said I was gonna come through politicking. I was gonna come through like the dope bitch dad. Like the dope bitch dad. Dope bitch dad. Like the dope bitch dad. Do the dope bitch dad. Dope bitch dad. Also they mad. Just dope bitch dad. Dope bitch dad.
What up, my people? We are black showing today. Where my people's at? Everybody disappeared with me.
Oh, it's me. I thought I was there. I'm here now. I was talking to you and everything.
I was like, I guess they'll pop up anytime now. I don't know. Somebody here. So what up? What is
place?
What up? What up? What up?
Will be around.
Yeah. Go, Shell.
Hello.
Hello.
It's Rochelle McConico.
And TK Fairley, and welcome to Not Another Black Show, my needers.
Well, where we hope our unique perspectives
and our crazy humor
and some wise black folk
can inspire you to live your bestest life ever.
Your bestest life ever. Yes, absolutely. So let's start the show.
Let's get it started.
Now we go into our Rizzo Vista. Brought to you by a black person.
Yo, I absolutely love our words of wisdom intro. Okay, so yeah, I need everybody. Let's get ready for it. Let's get prepared. Set your vibrations on high. Breathe. Center yourself on your energy. And now it's time to hear from your low-key shade tree. Something like spiritual leader, teacher. You know what I mean? I'm going to say teacher because when I say leader, I be thinking pastor. No, I cuss too much to be anybody's preacher. Okay? Can't lead a flock if you always cussing at them, right? Okay. So today we have our quote comes from the mother of all mothers. Okay, Maya Angelou. Listen. There's no auntie here. It's straight. She's straight mama. She's overqualified for auntie status. Okay, overqualified. She mama. If you don't like something, change it. And if you can't change it, change your motherfucking attitude. Even though she didn't say the MF part. That was me. That was me ad-libbing. But yeah, she did say change your attitude. Okay. This quote it's like, well, I mean, I chose it. So of course it's gonna be like, whoa. That's me. I'm like, whoa.
You're like, I love it. I chose it and I love it.
You felt it. You felt it down in your soul. I felt it.
Spirit.
So I'm going to focus on, in TK's cookout, I'm going to focus on changing your attitude because there are many things about us, black people. And I'm really, this is for you, us, not them. Okay. I know y'all understand me because I'm speaking in code for the black people.
You got to do it's for us.
It's for us. It's for us. This is for us. Okay. So I'm concentrating on changing of the attitude so we can help with so many other things. But we're gonna go on. What you got for the topic of the day? Rochelle.
For the topic of the day, I'm right with you. You're talking about changing your mind, and I'm going to talk about that mind management, those strategies that help you do that. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, love. Oh, but do we have a guest? Because I'm always surprised that anybody agrees to come on the show. So, man,
listen, I think we have a guest. She may have hung up by now. She may have closed out and was like, I'm not finna fuck with them because they all over the place. And I'll be okay with that.
I know you would, honey. You'd be like revolution. It is just what it's the circles.
Right.
Life.
Right. All right, y'all. So give another Black show welcome to Jala. Jala. Come on, cause I'll start rapping in a minute. And my shit don't always make sense. See what I'm saying? I just did it then.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
My internet keep messing up.
Her internet is slow as shit.
It's Jala.
It's Jala. Welcome, baby girl. Jala is from Houston, Texas, and in 2010, Jala and a group of friends created JalaWorld Productions. She's a playwright, screenwriter, director, and producer. The girl sounds like she's very busy, and from the look of some of her work that I could actually see, I'm sure it's so much other stuff that I can't see that you're behind the scenes on, but the stuff that we do see, man, that's busy enough. But I'm sure you're 10 times busy as that.
Busy.
Yes, we're gonna give you the flow, Jala. Tell us, you know what? Let's do the little interview first, because when I want to talk about I want to ask you some questions about the quote. So okay. I'm gonna jump into. I'm gonna do things just a little bit different this time, and we're just gonna jump into the interview. We understand that you're not only an artist, that you're a fan of the arts and others. So, what other arts are you a fan of?
I like poetry. I like different artists, visual artists, comedians, just across the board. Anything creative, I'm a fan of.
All right. You know, we be out here co-creating in these streets with the inner being of ourselves. That's what it is.
So when you talk about being a fan of the arts, I guess, what are the things that will immediately, I'm going to that? How do you choose? You're a busy woman. You got lots of things to do. How do you choose what you want to do?
Well, I'm real big about supporting my friends. So a lot of my friends are creators. So anything that they're doing, I'm going to try to come out and support. People that I just meet across the way, I'll support. I'm just all about giving back and supporting each other, because a lot of people take it as, well, we're doing the same thing. It's not room for everybody. No, it's room for everybody.
Everybody.
So let's support each other. That's the only way we're going to get ahead, is support.
Oh, I just love you. That's it.
Thank you.
That is it.
Yeah, I heard that Jala was gonna come to my one woman show. It's just like me masturbating in front of a whole bunch of people, and she was like, "I can support that.
I can get down with you." With you sexually exploring yourself
that's
on
creative.
Stage.
That's creative.
I'm with it. That's very creative. I'm with it.
It's creative because while I'm doing it, people gonna tell jokes.
Right. And she gonna tell jokes on top of that. But you are extra. What is the word I'm looking for?
Special.
I can't find the word right now, but I'm sure to come up before the show is over with.
Oh, Jala, can we take a little time and watch your trailer? I wanna do.
Yeah, let's do that.
I brought it up. Maybe I should have brought it up. Keep talking. I should have brought it up. That's how you're supposed to do that. So it's seamless. That's all right.
That's all right.
We gonna watch the
trailer. Trailer.
Yes, we are. If I can figure it out. Oh. Okay. Do you see something?
You and Jala.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I keep pushing share, and it's decided that it doesn't like me. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Okay.
Freedom. So what is Malcolm up to? His same old tricks.
Girl, if you know he's cheating,
You just leave him because I love him. For 5 years, y'all know that. So you're not gonna say anything? Malcolm, I know you hear me. So you think you gonna keep coming home late and I ain't gonna have no problem with it? still salty to you?
About?
Ryan, of course.
Not at all.
Sasha, babe, I love you. You have no idea how much I truly love you. Look, I can pay your rent for like 2 months, but that's the best I can do.
I don't know how she did that. That's not me. That don't even look like me.
You know you sound real crazy right now.
I am crazy. I'm crazy about you.
To me, you have two options. Either leave him or just accept the man for who he is.
And he was talking about how crazy he's been and just talking about you non-stop, and she thinks he's obsessed with you.
Wow.
Ooh.
A JalaWorld Productions.
Everything comes, right?
Okay.
Everything comes. Okay. Man, tell us about this film. Like how it looks. I mean, it's beautifully shot. It looks beautiful. It sounds great. Like, how did you pull this together? How'd you make this happen?
Well, I get my ideas from real life situations, real life shit. So I just talking to different people. So we decided to this was originally a play. So we decided to turn it into a film, change a couple of things around, and we started doing our casting for it. And it ended up being a really good project. So it's about two sisters, completely different. One is the good girl in the relationship with the wrong person. And then the other one, we call her the bad girl. She's all about herself, all about the money. If you ain't got the coin, she's not dealing with you.
Okay.
So it's basically about karma, when things come back on you.
Yeah, that is some law of attraction stuff right there. Wow.
Man. So now tell us exactly who this was about. Who did it?
Exactly.
When did it?
You wrote this? You said you helped write this, like it was a co-writing experience.
I wrote it all.
Girl,
that's my first love is writing. I love to write.
Oh, I need somebody to edit a book I'm working on.
Okay. Rochelle has a book too.
That's right. We have things. That's us.
Really, Rochelle?
So tell me this. You also did it as episodes or no?
Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Now.
You also do episodes of this as well?
No, this was just a full feature film.
Hello.
That's so dope.
Okay. And you premiered it at the AMC Theater, huh?
Yes, we did it at the AMC off of Highway 6. We did it for my birthday. We had a red carpet premiere there. So it was really fun. Good way to bring in the birthday.
Yeah, that's so dope.
That's a good gift for yourself.
Yep, great gift. We had a good time.
Listen,
I only got myself lube for my birthday, so weird.
Noobs, you got yourself.
But you know what? Yeah, but you know what? When you don't have it, you know what I'm saying, it can be a rough ride. So I think I did. We all gave ourselves a good gift. That's what I'm saying.
I gave myself the gift of sleep.
The gift of sleep. Ain't nothing wrong with sleep.
Sleep under the covers, stacked up, in just my bra and panties. What? Not the bra.
That's the best sleep. That's the best.
That's some good sleep.
Man, I was stretched wide.
I like that we're all of a certain age, so we're all like, sleep. Yeah, that do sound great.
Sleep.
That's amazing.
So underrated.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So how did the quote hit you?
It really hit
me. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude.
Because it's something that it really hit home, because I think that's something that we really need to do more of. And it resonated with me because sometimes as a writer, you always sending your stuff off to other people, waiting for other people's approval to make your dream come true. Sometimes you have to create your own lane, create your own shit. So it was either, keep setting myself up and waiting for everybody else to do something for me, or create my own lane. So that's how it resonated.
I think a lot of
Amen
us
to
are
that.
creating our own lanes right now.
Hmm.
Us. Us.
You have to. You have to.
I love it. Yeah, it's good ass quote.
Yo, man, like this idea. Sometimes you have to create your own lane. What do you feel like? Because right, you that means you had to shift your mindset to I'm waiting for somebody else versus I'm doing it myself and I'm pushing forward myself. How did you, or I guess, what obstacles did you come up against when you tried to do that?
Well, the first obstacle I came across is myself. Because
Oh,
we will talk ourselves out of something really, really quick.
what?
So just trying to shut down that negativity inside myself, and then like just building a team of like-minded people who have the same vision as you.
Yes. That team is so important. That team is a
Mm-hmm.
make or break. It don't matter
It
how good
is.
your work is. If your team ain't together, man, it
It
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
work.
work.
There ain't
Yep.
nobody in alignment with what you're trying to do. And I like how you put that. The same vision. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We got the same vision. So there's no tug of war, there's no push and pull. It's only flow, ease and flow.
Yep.
It's
Same
easy.
vision. No yes men. You don't want to surround yourself with people that's just
Mm-mm.
gonna kiss your ass and just tell you yes all the time.
Yep.
You want
Sure
someone that's
don't.
gonna tell you sis, nah, that ain't gonna work.
That part. Yay, I
Hmm.
love it.
Yeah, someone that says, "Hey, hey, for real though."
But for real
Yep.
though.
And even on that, when you say about creating that team, even that like has to be so special because it's people, certain people that it's hard to talk to them. Like it's not like it ain't no love or whatever, but it's hard to have that conversation because they don't know how to come to you in a good way. They don't speak to you in a good way to tell you the truth. Because usually what happens, you've heard the truth multiple times, whether you heard it in your spirit first and then some other places you may have heard what you need to hear, but you haven't really fully taken it in yet. And then
Yeah.
if you have the person that can speak to you right, they can really speak to your heart in a time where you need it, where sometimes other people they'll try, but they they wrap it in so much bull that you like, I can't take that, I can't do nothing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta
They be like, I don't even like that how that medicine tastes right now. I'm not gonna do that. So that's why it's important to stay in love when you do offer that type of
Yep.
um criticism or sis you wrong. You have to step into love and do that. If you do it from any other place, it's gonna fail flat on its face. It's gonna do just like Rochelle said. Oh, I don't like how you just did that. So I'm not even paying attention to your message. Like your message didn't even hit me because I'm too busy being defensive. So
Yeah.
I like that. Building a team is so important. And man, I like to really. I normally have a rebuttal of some sorts, but I'm just like, yeah, that's it, homie.
Yeah, you gotta have that team, and like y'all said, it's like you gotta deliver it with love, and you're not trying to tear somebody down.
That's right.
You give it to them how they can receive it, and just make sure it's all love.
All love. I think you're on mute, baby. Oh, Rochelle going rogue on us. You on mute?
I see our mouth moving, but
Yeah.
Ay,
Yes.
it was such a good quote. And I was trying to get a good quote going, and my internet started messing up. I'm like, all right, well, Lion King it is. And I just want to let you know, Jayla, when we like, so TK, Jayla and I know each other from the poetry scene in Houston many, many moons ago.
Mhm.
And everything she's saying, like, it's correct. And add to that she goes and makes it happen. Like, you're like, how does all this occur? And it's just that spirit of, yeah, I have someone else could give me an attitude of how you gonna do that, you can't do that, or there's no lane for you, and she will be like, oh, okay, well, it's funny because I have all the tools over here, or I'll
I
find
got
some
some
tools, I'll find some
engineers.
people.
That
Yeah.
part.
You can do it, man.
I got people with me that can build a road now. Is that what you trying to say? And put multiple lanes on that, bro. Don't play with me. I'm building multiple lanes over here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be like that. Actually, as creators on this earth, we have to be like that. You don't want to regurgitate something somebody else already done anyway. And as Black people, we always search for the uniqueness.
Yeah,
even if it's some sameness going on there, it's not all like you're not. Especially now, we are in a place where we all want to be ourselves and authentic to us. So that flows, that comes out as it's threatening to some people. You know what I'm saying? Just because we express ourselves, and I'm heavy on not feeling threatened and not giving a damn. Not one. Go get your shit. And you can't tell your truth to everybody. I have one right. No, not one. I have a question real quick though. Do you think this your films, let's say this last film, do you think you do it more out of motivation or inspiration? Or a little bit of both?
I'll say a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Makes sense. Because I can see your motivation. I can see a little bit of your motivation, but when I watched that film, I felt straight inspiration. When I watched that trailer, I was like, yep. Everybody on set was in alignment because it wouldn't have flowed like that. Like it would have looked choppy. The actors wouldn't have got it. It would have just been so everybody got what your vision was, including the actors. Right on down to the production assistants. They all got it. And you're a special being. You're a special person. Very special person. Don't ever change. Don't ever change. Not for nobody else anyway. Change for yourself, but not for everybody else.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, continue to grow and become better. But don't change the core of who you are.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But everything else will flow because you didn't change the core of who you are.
Yeah, you got to stay true to yourself.
Amen.
Man, I'm so excited, and it's leading me into this idea of, it's a cookout. It's a cookout.
One thing. Where can we follow you at? And then we're going to the cookout after this. We're gonna try to close up this shop and go to the cookout.
Hey, get the pans. Go get the pans.
I'll go get the pans ready and the foil. Right. Jayla, tell us how we can follow you.
You can find me on Instagram at JalaWorld, JalaWorld, and then you can also visit the website www.jalaworld.com.
Cool.
Yes, at JalaWorld. That's on all social media.
Yes, and on Facebook is under Katrina, Contrina, last name Jenkins, Jenkins.
And she spelled her name Katrina, unlike everybody else. Yes. That should let you know she is very unique.
Thank you.
Very unique. I love that.
That's her. All her aliases, and she's like, and if you're looking for me on Snapchat,
I'm gonna be on the.
Yeah.
And
listen, I thought it was like,
don't find me.
Oh, that is funny. All right. Well,
I think it's time for the cookout. Let's see if I can get some cookout music.
What we got?
I don't know. See if it happens. Does it? Do you hear anything?
Hey.
Where Black people talk about shit that we don't never talk about around white people. These are the things you only hear about as your auntie flips meat on the grill. Welcome to the cookout, bitch.
Yes. Look at her. Look at her.
Just as fine as she can be.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I remember my dude told me when I was like 16, I was like, bro, I'm fine. He was like, you're not fine. You're sexy, but you're not fine. And it's the difference. And at that age, at that moment, I realized niggas ain't shit. And that, I am more sexy than fine. I had to come to terms with it, bro. You was not fine. You sexy, though, but you're not fine. So, anyway, today I want to talk about, of course, we always take, I'm always doing my take on the words of wisdom, like we do the whole show. Okay. Mother Maya Angelou is sitting right next to me right now, which is why I'm trying to do my best impersonation of Mother Angela, whatever y'all call me. So I want to focus on changing the word attitude to alignment, because they mean the same. Focus, attitude. You got to have your attitude. The way you view things is what. I hope you guys still remember the quote. Oh yeah, because Rochelle just said it like a few minutes ago, so you should.
Oh, I can put it up.
Put it up, homie. Put it up. There it is. There, boom. We in this thing. If you can't change it, change your attitude. So if you have to change your attitude, you are not in alignment. Because love always wins. And if you are walking and stepping and talking and speaking in love, and talking and speaking of two different things, by the way, in my book. But if you are, then you would have to change your attitude. But we all are, even though our souls and spirits are just pure love, we are still human. So while we're out humaning, we're not always in alignment. Our attitude is not always the best. In fact, there are times that you get mad. Now, here's my thing. I'm gonna say this real quick, then I'm gonna dig into it. Right now, I'm speaking for the community. I'm speaking to the community right now, and I'm talking about community. No. Okay. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all listen, my white fam and whatever other race, y'all are more than welcome to take this advice, but I'm specifically speaking to us because that's where our problem lies. Our problem lies in the attitude when we're trying to change things, and our attitude gets all out of whack and all out of balance, and our feelings are all hurt. And I'm here to tell you that those who operate on two different frequencies. So the problem and the solution are on two vibrational frequencies, right? So since everything is a vibration, everything is energy, and the law of attraction says that what is like it to itself will come. You'll get the same thing, whatever attitude, and it comes from your emotion. So we gotta get our emotions straight, bruh. Like when we try to change laws, that's the problem. We try to change the law. Ain't none of us sitting in that White House trying like writing laws. Anybody sitting there? None of us regular people are doing that, right? So instead of focusing on that right there, it ain't nothing white people. They don't care nothing but what white people say. Focus on how you are feeling at the time. And if you don't like how you feeling about that, you're not in the same frequency as your solution. You're over here in the problem. And get what? You're going to keep getting more problem, more of what you don't want. And if we can individually think on and fix our attitudes, or AKA your alignment, if we cannot do that individually, there's no way we can do it collectively at all. It has to start it starts with you, bro. I sound like an out of school special right now. It starts with you, but that's not like, if that's how you take it, if that works for you. But I'm telling you now, we got to change the way we view things and stop always looking at the negative part. We are in a place now where our ancestors 7 generations ago have prayed and wanted to be right where we're sitting, and they did that for us, whether they knew that they were deliberately doing it or not. They were doing it. So now we're reaping the benefits from all the stuff that they prayed for and they asked the universe for. We are reaping those benefits. Now, what we do today will affect 7 generations down. Okay? Like, I'm so serious when I say pay attention. Because just because we're not in physical bondage does not mean we're not in mental bondage. Okay? The post-slave syndrome. Wait, did I say that right? Post-traumatic slave syndrome. It's actually very real. It's very real. But it's not. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. And it doesn't take medication. And it takes you paying attention to how you feel. Now, with that being said, I want to hold on, let me make sure, because I wrote down my stuff today. My mind is doing whatever it wants to do, except for what I want it to do. Okay. But anyway, now I want to say this. The sisters are speaking not only to us, they are speaking for they're speaking for, I mean, speaking to the white people. They speaking to y'all too. I had a white woman say this. My Aunt Lewis, like, what? No, just stop. Like, mm. I don't think that was Maya talking to her or typing to her, but she said Maya came and visited her. But right now, Maya just telling, she's sitting here telling me, no, I didn't. Anyway, y'all, I just want to know your take on what I just said. What you got, Jayla?
I agree with everything that you're saying. Everything. We do need to keep our emotions intact with the situation, because I'm really guilty of that sometimes, letting my emotions get the best of me.
We all are, especially your
Hmm.
knee-jerk emotions.
Yes, yes.
And that's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you're supposed to feel contrast in your life. You're supposed to feel the negative energy, so you will know. Once you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. You're automatically
Mhm.
telling the universe what you do want. But when you focus on what you don't want, that's what will come, more of that. So
Yeah.
we're all guilty of, especially bad people, especially when somebody's getting shot down in the streets, or they always tell about black people this, black people that, they doing this and they doing that. So it is very important to keep your emotions in check, and it's okay to have knee-jerk reactions, but how do you come back from that? Do you
Yeah.
sit in it for days, or can you snap out of it in like 2 hours or an hour by focusing on something else that makes you feel good, that's totally irrelevant? What you think, Rochelle?
Um, I just like this idea of like the vibing with the solution. When it comes down to it, we can stay in a place where you can't hear the solution because you're so caught up in the problem. Like, and it
Mm-hmm.
becomes so big and it's taking over so much of your mind and your time that the solution may be out there. You're mired in thinking about the problem, and I
Mm-hmm.
think sometimes it takes a while to be like, all right, well, this is true. This is where I'm at. But what can I do while I'm here? Well,
Right.
is there something I can do? And sometimes you just get mired in the problem, and that's where you at, and that's where you at.
Yep. And that's where you at. But you can get somewhere else from there though. You don't have to sit in it to make, that's not gonna solve the problem. You're absolutely right. And it is on different frequencies. Me and Rochelle talk all the time, y'all. So these are the conversations. This, in fact, this probably should have said these are the conversations that everybody don't hear. It's just between me and Rochelle, not the white people. But
Not these people. These people. The
but
first time I
these
ever heard, first time I ever saw this, I was like, I have no idea.
hilarious.
This is
I feel like that.
this a lotioning movement. I'm not clear. Your hand itches. You're gonna get some money. Is that what it is?
Yep.
You're gonna get some
Yep.
money? No.
Yep. Yep. You're gonna get some money.
These people and these people. I swear, what we used to do is like I do like that. Coming out of the problem to the solution. I think it's so important for Black people as well, because all our history, all our books, all our things tell us about, like, here's the problem you're facing, this is what happened to you, and they're very like downtrodden. Even if you try to read like children's books, it's like, and then you had no rights, right? Like, it's very sad. And
But
so
why are we reading this?
talking about the solution could be trying to focus our brains on more solutions, and a wide variety of them, right? It's not just education, it's not
That's
just
right.
representation, it's not just, it's all of those things that
Mm-hmm.
change the world, around you.
Absolutely.
Excuse me,
Absolutely right.
y'all.
Okay.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
friend.
Yeah.
I'm dying over here. Y'all just keep talking.
She don't put her finger up like she in church.
Mm-hmm.
It's made her invisible for a second. All right, y'all. I appreciate.
Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me in these streets, but if you want in these streets, but I would really love to hear from you guys. Anybody that's watching now or a year from now, it don't matter. I like to hear what your thoughts are on this or any other show that we've had in the past, or that we're going to have. Hit me up and tell me what you think at TK Fairley Comedy. I'm on Facebook at TK Fairley Comedy, TK Fairley on Instagram and IG and Twitter. Actually on TikTok now. If you go on TikTok, there's two TK Fairleys. One of them is TK Fairley Comedy. Oh no, it's just regular TK Fairley. Yeah, regular TK Fairley, and the other one is TK Fairley _inspired. The first one, my son's gonna be on there with daily memes from Crackhead. Don't mess with him. Don't follow. I mean, you can follow him, but I'm telling you, he do crazy stuff. Like he be in his own head. Then my youngest boy, who's 10, but speaks as if he's 81. I think when he came back here, still keeping his 81-year-old mind. So whoever he was passed in 81 at the age of 81, and they came back with the same mind. But yeah, follow me in these streets if you can't follow me nowhere else, bro. I might call the police, I might not. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
might
she
end
wants
up
to be
being my
followed in
husband.
the streets.
Might end up
Like,
being my husband.
Walk 6 feet behind me. I need an entourage. Well, that means it's time for the topic of the day.
Hey.
I always say, like, take out your earrings, put your hair in a bun, get your Vaseline. It's time for the topic of the day. But we'll never, like, it's very rarely that we fight about something. We mostly be like, I hear your point.
I hear your point, and I see you this. And we raise the stakes.
And I raise you this. Let's see if I can. What happens if I push
I'm ready.
It might play. It might not. It might be no music at all. Let's see. Yep, that was it. It's the fight bell.
It's the fight bell. Ding, ding,
ding, ding. A song, and what y'all got was the fight bell. Because you never know what I'm gonna say. So, I wanted to talk today about just the idea of where these mindsets even come from, and then things that you do to change them. So, for me, I have so much trouble with like controlling my mind, right? I just let it wander, and I was reading this psychological I was reading a psychological thing on psychology.com. Let me tell you, those people it sounded like someone in college was just like writing a paper or something and was like, this sounds good. And they just posted it. Like, I can't tell if any of these people have actual background. It's like a listicle. Okay. It should be taken with as much seriousness as a listicle. But they talk about like ruminations and thinking about the same thing over and over again. That's not good for you. Or like letting your mind wander. And when you do, the people that let their mind wander and don't focus their mind tend to be more unhappy, because your mind tends to dwell on the things that you feel like, I'm not doing right, I'm not good enough, this is not working out, that is not working out. It is problem oriented, and we have to get into a solution oriented space. So I think for me, I like to analyze. I like to pick it apart. Okay, what did the person say? What did they mean? What was their facial expression like? What was they thinking? Okay, let me do it again. And I do it over and over again, picking at the problem, and not enough of, okay, well, how does this actually affect me? Do I really need this? Is this really, important? Maybe I just need to chill. Maybe I just need to chill. Maybe I need to look for ways out of the scenario and spend as much time brainstorming things that I could do better, or I like that are good things, than I'm spending time on the bad things or on the negative. So I was telling TK, I said, I took a walk, and during the walk, I was all sad and depressed about, life, because that's what it does. I'm a Black woman. I'm dealing with being Black and being a woman in a patriarchal and racist society. So sometimes your brain be fighting against you. And I said, well, for this next block, I'm just going to think positive thoughts, and I'm going to say positive things out loud. And I was surprised at how well that worked, like how much I was able to feel better and say that saying positive things to yourself is a powerful way to remind yourself of all the good things about you. They're true, right? Like these things are true. These are things that you usually wait for someone else to say. But if you say them to yourself and remember, it's like you giving yourself roses, you giving yourself flowers, you're celebrating yourself. And so I think mind management and the control of what you're thinking and how you spend your time analyzing and stuff is super important. So I want to know, like, from y'all, do you think that that mind management is important, isn't important? And then for you, like, what are some strategies that you use, if you are using strategies? What's some strategy you use to get into a good mental space so that you can change your attitude, so that you can access the solutions to the problems you have?
Go ahead, Jayla.
I think my mind management is really good. The different things that I do, unfortunately, this is not a good thing. What I'm about to say is, I like for people to be really, really honest with me, because no matter what you say, I've told myself worse about myself. So I really have to do a lot of loving on myself. So in order to keep my mind clear and be able to accept a lot of things, I write stuff to myself. If you see in the background is notes all on my wall. Those are notes to myself of goals. I do a lot of affirmations. And I love music. Music affects my mood. So listening to a lot of different music puts me in a different mind space, and just spending time with myself and loving myself.
I like that.
Which why I bought myself lube. Y'all looked at me funny when I said I bought myself lube. I'm trying to take care of myself. Oh, hating
You
ass.
gotta
Okay.
spend time with yourself, make yourself happy.
I'm
Handle your
chafing.
business. Handle your business. And I like that, Jayla. You putting notes. I've done that. I used to call them goals, but now it's
Yeah.
like just pathways that I would like to run into in my path. Like different things I would like to do and have fun with, and then why I want to do it. So this is important. Like the focus part. A lot of people that I talk to, I'm a coach, life coach. So a lot of people that I talk to, they are on some, man, I want this, but I need this, but I want to be a millionaire, but I'll never be a millionaire. I want to win the lottery, but I'll never win the lottery. That's a problem. Because contradicting yourself, you're gonna get exactly what you don't want. Come on, people. I hear this all the time. Here's the thing that I really enjoyed, Rochelle, about what you focus on and controlling your mind. See, your thoughts turn into things automatically. It's already out there. The thing is, can you be in alignment enough to follow that path to that thing that you want, that you desire? Now, one thing that I do when my mind runs away, which it always does, but usually I write it out. I got a whole tablet over here and I just start writing. And before I know it, I'm writing all positive shit. Like I'm feeling so much better. I do a focus wheel, but what I do in the morning is to keep from bumping, to be able to bounce back from contrast and stuff like that, is so quickly as I meditate. I do 15 to 20 minutes in the morning, sometimes more. That's the first thing I do before I wake up. I don't look at Facebook. I don't get on Facebook for like 1 to 2 hours in the morning. So that's my fast, right? If you fast, it's easier for you to take in nourishment, and that means spiritual nourishment. So I don't like, I'm fasting from Facebook. Everybody should do it, by the way, but everybody should do it at least one time a month, at least just fast for a day or two, or in the mornings. So I've cut my time down so that I won't take in all of that negative mental things. Like, even though it's real, don't mean I have to be a part of that reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, it's real. It's real. You're going to keep talking about it's real, but you're on a different vibration. So I fast in the mornings, and I fast at night before I go to sleep.
You said fasting, is this food fasting? Because I have to eat.
No, you can, but take a habit, a distraction. and fast from that distraction. Before you know it, you'll probably be done with that distraction. But those are distractions. Now, I don't necessarily fast for food. There's some people that do. I don't do that because I hardly eat anyway. I hardly eat anyway, so that would be like a waste. I'm always hungry if that's the case. But I'm talking about spiritually hungry or soulfully hungry. Even when my physical body yearns to be nosy. When I have that moment where I want to be nosy and see what people doing, that's how Facebook is doing. So I fast from that and I meditate. And I find that the days that I know I meditate about 99% of the time. Every now and then, I have some mornings where I have to get right on up or whatever and do some stuff. And I don't be thinking about meditation, but I find something to focus on. I'm either driving. Driving is real good. Do you know you focus when you drive and when you walk? If you by yourself, you focus. You change your focus. Now you're able to deal. But you gotta
like
focus.
I like a long drive or a long walk. I think that those things often help me kind of focus. I think it's that the body is doing something else, and since the body's doing something else, then my mind has, and then like it's a workout as well, right? So I think that's how I kind of get there.
Like your mind has free. Now your mind is free to just focus on what you want to focus on. And you know when the thought is not feeling good, stop thinking about it. Change the subject. Work on, give you affirmations like Rochelle said. Start small. Be general. Start like, man, if you walk and be like, man, this is a beautiful day. Oh man, look at the trees. I remember stopping at a bush the other month in front of my house. I was just walking. Like my inner being was like, take a stroll. So I strolled down and I came back and it's a flower bush in front of my house. I don't know what kind of flowers it is, but it normally blooms when it gets cold. So the weather was changing and I walked past it and I just stood there and looked at this one particular flower and I kid you not, a hummingbird came right there. I kid you not. And I was like, whoa.
See, this one, like, she's like, oh, a hummingbird came. It was part of nature, and I learned, and I was better. A hummingbird, I will punch it. I will punch a hummingbird. Them things look like little mice with wings on them. Why you got these flying mice?
Hey, when he first flew up and got to that flower, I was like, what the fuck is that? Then I stood back and I was like, oh, that's a hummingbird. Okay, then. It stood there long enough for me to figure it out. Like it stood there like it had legs to sit down. No, it flew over that flower long enough for me to figure out it was a hummingbird. But
hummingbird. You know what else?
You want to say, Jayla? You want to add something to that?
Yeah, you know what else I think is cool? Like where I get the best calmness sitting in my car. Sitting in my car.
You see me, right?
Yeah, there's something about sitting in your car.
This is my office, bro. It's my office.
Yeah, I think sitting in your car is cool. The only place I have left in my car is the driver's seat because I don't put so much stuff in my car.
Right now, this computer is sitting in the passenger seat, bro. On top of my purse. So.
But I don't know. It's something about I would go somewhere and be, about to go into a restaurant and I would sit in the car for 15, 20 minutes.
Man, listen, I would too. But you know what you be doing unknowingly? You be focusing and placing your intent on what you want to get out of the next experience. It's called segment intending. A lot of people do it, don't even know they're doing it, but they sit in the car and be like, I'm just gonna sit here and chill.
Yeah.
I got something. I'm gonna look. You getting your mind prepared, but you're thinking about the next thing you're about to do and how you want it to go. I just want to have fun in here, and you go in there and have fun. I just want to get a bite and come out. Well, guess what you do? Go get a bite, it come right on out, and everything flowed the way you intended.
Yeah, and I definitely think that the controlling your mind is super important when we're talking about creatives, right? Because everything that we are making is coming out of here, starting here.
Yeah.
And it's not a career path that is straight, right? And so sometimes you see people getting ahead or they look like they're ahead and then later they may not be. You don't know. So it's like the idea of I have to run my own race. That's like a mind work to be like, let me just focus on what I'm trying to get done, put these blinders up and live my life. There's the how do I even get motivated to do the things that I want to do? Yeah. Right? Like getting that motivation and getting up out of bed and doing that, especially when it's not straightforward. I think we have been trained. You go to a job, you work the job, you come home, boom. You go to the job, you work the job, you go home, boom. And you do that every day on that wheel, on that rat race. And then when you decide that you want to be a filmmaker, an actor, a comedian, a spiritualist, whatever it is that you do, you now have to retrain your mind to be able to see what is the best way that you work. The way you've been working may not even be the best way for you to work, but you've been doing it. You've been so used to it. And so I think for creatives, doing different strategies, whether it's affirmations, whether it's fasting from distractions, or what have you, those things will help us really actualize the things that we see in our minds.
Absolutely. You nailed it, honey. I was sitting over here like, and then you'll say whatever I'm finna say. Then I was like, and then I didn't even have to jump in. You nailed it. You nailed it for real. Like it is about. Oh man, I hope they had pen and paper because that was some good stuff.
Yeah.
That was some good stuff.
Well, tell me this: what are you nabbing from this conversation? What's going to be your takeaway from the conversation?
Definitely for me is one of the things TK said is a distraction. Stop. Like sometimes in the morning before I even do anything else, I'll be laying in the bed and then I will grab that phone and start scrolling. And I realize that dude kind of sets my day, set my tone, especially when you're seeing so much sadness online and you take that in. So, trying to get away from that. Trying to do more of just one-on-one time in that morning.
One-on-one with yourself, honey. Yes, I love it. Woo woo, nap. I'm taking away basically what we just shined the light on for me was I don't know, I talk about all this stuff every day. So everything that we talked about today is in my coaching. Like this is how I coach. And I was just thinking like, dang, we in alignment. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, man. Like I'm in alignment. That's what I'm nabbing. Like we are all in alignment right now. And this is awesome. You know how much you can create when everybody's in love?
Yeah.
It's co-creating. And when everybody's in love, it's like, man, and being in love with yourself is so important. If you can't be in love with yourself, you can't love nobody else. Cause that's the point. But I'm nabbing everything. I ain't gonna lie. Like I wrote down a couple things, but I need to write this down. It's some good stuff. She's saying it's better than I can say it on my book. So I'm but yeah, man, this was dope. This was really dope. Oh, Mama Angelou was in the building. Sure was
in the building. So what was our quote of the day? Our quote of the day was, sorry. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. And I always forget to do my handles and stuff. So let me drop some of these handles over here. I'm over here.
Boom, got the handle.
And I am Rochelle McConico, which I go by Rochelle_War on something.
Instagram.
On Instagram. That's how people talk to me. And I have a column where I talk about comedy and talk about who we are, how to manage your comedy kind of career with all the ups and downs of life. So you can also check that out on Comedy Wham. So yay.
I hope you know what? I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna be premature, but I would really love for us to. This is our last show for the season, by the way. Yay! We made it. We made it. And I'm gonna just say this, and it could be premature on my part, but when we go, it's a group of us friends who like to go and just be with wherever we want to go, whatever spot we want to retreat to, because that's basically what it ended up turning into a whole retreat. But when we go in March, I hope that we are ready to rock and roll so that we can do something there in Sedona that'd be so dope.
Yeah, so Jala, what you doing in March? Don't you feel like going to Sedona, Arizona, and having a
First
creative?
weekend in March.
The first weekend in March?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and we're gonna talk creatively and build each other up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, send me
spiritually and mentally. We doing it. Oh man. Then TK's gonna add you to our group
and
on
Facebook.
We'll details going as we
I'm on Facebook.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll discuss Facebook handles when we get off, and we can do that good stuff when we get done with the show. This is dope. Anyway,
all right. Well, that means that wait. Let Jayla have the final word.
The last word. You have the last word.
Okay, the last word. I think what we take away from that is be creative, love yourself, create your own, and be good to yourself.
3, be good to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important.
Own and be good to yourself.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes, be good.
So lovely. Now that's a good last word. Okay.
Okay,
that's a good last word.
Be good to yourself.
So thank you all for joining us. For the folks that look at us on YouTube, or if you look at us on Facebook, or if you look at us while we walking across the street, thank you for tuning in and being a part of this journey. This is our show, Not Another Black Show.
Not Another Black Show. Thank you guys for blessing us with this first season. Hey,
yeah. Oh yeah, that is so true. Ha ha ha. Okay, now let's see if I can make the music play. Again. Don't. Okay, talk about yourself.
Damn.
There's a dope bitch there. Hey. Wait, is it dope bitch dabbing? Am I dope bitch dabbing?
I don't know. It's however you want to do it.